Welcome, loves, to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, we're going to be doing this glamorous makeup look, substitute lips if you hate it. And I'm going to show you real quick how you can achieve this gorgeous, glossy, sparkly, and just super pretty makeup look. Keep on watching. Off camera, I did my foundation, and if you're interested, you can check this out in one of my previous videos. The link is going to be down in the description box. We're going to get started with my eyeshadow base, and then I'm going to create some lip transformation as well. We're going to be going with my eye primer. This one is from NYX, and if you know, you know. We're going to be using today Morphe eyeshadow palette, and with Morphe, it's always good to use very promising and I would say long-lasting primers. Check out any NYX primers. My favorite was waterproof eye primer. This is just HD primer. Another great option and suggestion is Wet n Wild. It's pretty affordable. It's megalast up to 16-hour eye primer, and I tested this with Morphe palette and it was really good as well. So keep in mind that good primer means a lot, especially when we're working with shaded palettes like Morphe. I mean, they have really beautiful colors, but the formula is probably not always there. Fenty Beauty Concealer. It is super dark, kind of like brown, almost black color, and then I will top it with some eyeshadows from Morphe palette. We're going to be using a flat brush. You can use maybe fluffy brush. With a flat brush, it gives you a little bit more control. So let's place it right here. Ooh, it's dark. And now with my flat brush, I'm going to be doing blending. By the way, guys, I purchased a diffuser that gives you the smell of oils, essential oils that you can add a few drops in water, and then it's actually really pretty. You can see this in the background, and it's actually really cool. You can tell that it has a little bit of steam going from this part, and then it has a lamp inside. If you have a problem with mosquitoes, I know it's definitely not on topic, but if you have any problem with mosquitoes and you literally tried a lot of different things to fight them back, I remember last year the only way we fought them back was orange oil, the essential oil of orange or maybe lime, something citrusy. And I remember having this oil on the bedside table really close to my bed, and then this was the only way to fight them. But this year we purchased this steamer with a lamp for essential oils, and the smell is amazing. For now, it's still, we don't really have that much mosquitoes now, so it's really hard to say if it works, but I hope it's gonna work. Today, we slept with an open window, and we were lucky not to get any mosquito in the room. Maybe it's gonna help. If nothing helps for you guys, maybe it's gonna help. I don't know. I hope it's gonna help. But it's really pretty, and the smell is really nice in the room. That's why it's really cheap. I guess we purchased this in some sort of like dollar store. So maybe you have something similar in your country. Because I'm basically from Russia. I can't give you a link on Amazon or anything else. But there's plenty of these things right there. So what I'm doing is blending the harsh edge on top of my crease with a fluffy brush. I applied my concealer, my dark concealer, with a flat brush first, and then now we're going circular motions with this brush and diffusing some weird color. You can always pat it with your own finger if you feel like the edge a little bit crazy, or you can go with a beauty blender and buff it out. It's so optional, guys. I mean, of course, the shape might be a little bit crazy and it's not going to be perfect sometimes. Use any tools you have, and I'm talking about fingers. We're going to start with color purple. This purple, and I want to go with a finger. And I don't know why, but this eyeshadow still looks so pretty with a finger, or maybe with a wet brush. Another great thing to do. And I have my Morphe brush. I want to blend out any leftovers from the color. I think this way we're going to make sure that the shade is not crazy different from what we have on the lid. And I try to use more or less clean brush. I try to take off any leftovers. I will go with a little bit different brush now. It's going to be flat brush, by the way. Again, with a finger, it's a little bit messy, but I will highly recommend to start your first coat with your finger, blend out, and then maybe go with a flat brush later. I'm going to go with the same color and mix it with this shade. A little bit of the darker color, tap it off, and let's cover my under eye area. This is my flat brush, and it's wet. You don't really have to do this routine with a scent spray. Don't really waste your scent spray. Grab a beauty blender, and any moisture in this beauty blender is so good to wet your brush. That's why Who needs scent spray if you have water? And what I personally like to do when it's edgy and crazy looking, you know, first I'm gonna clean this side with a beauty blender pad like that. Yeah, look at that. It's so much better and I have a neat shape in the outer corner with a little bit of a help of this brush. It's a really small and tiny brush. I need to take off any leftovers from black color. And I have a little bit different shade. It's next to my color that I used. Let's grab the color on. It's gonna be a tiny brush for detailing. And I personally like adding a little bit more structure here, maybe a little bit here, maybe a little bit in the outer corner. I will use the same brush with no color. And finally, let's add the same shade that I used in this area, really close to the inner corner and in the outer corner of my lower lid. Smudging this out, and I'll lift the space in this area, and let's use a little bit different color. It's going to be this purple. Tap, 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 tap. The smokiness and the glamorous look, I'm going to go with black pencil over my waterline. Let's do the same pencil over my lash line. Blend out with the same brush. Or maybe this dark purple or a mix of black and purple. Just smudge out your lash line. The additional step to this routine is going to be essence pigment. I love the sparkliness it gives to the lid, and that's given this glamorous effect with the spotlights, with the cameras and flashes, and you can go with your own finger. Let's use black mascara, but before we do this, spoiler alert, I don't use falsies. Most of the time, I'm going to skip falsies. I love this badass look with just mascara. Sometimes falsies, they're going to be extremely crazy with this beautiful makeup look. Underneath my eyes, I'm using setting powder, loose powder, whatever. And it's going to help me prevent any black marks from mascara when I have oily face or it's summer. Definitely it's summer. But thank God this makeup look is so good when you're out with your friends and it's nighttime or evening time. That's why you can probably wear a little bit of makeup. Let me do my lip combination. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I have really pretty colors. This one is MAC Paint Lip Liquor, and I used it a couple of times. It's pretty harsh, but it's going to match my eye color perfectly. And then I have this soft pink color lipstick. It's Rouge Desir 410, and I have a cool tone gray color. Yeah, guys, this is the final result. I love this transformation. If this lip is too much, I told you that you can use a clear lip gloss. I hope you're going to give it a try, and let me know in the comments, what do you think? Maybe you're going to recreate it. Till my next time.